I'll return it back to you. So you'll be able to answer. Promoting social accountability for women's rights advocates in Nigeria. Your organization are the women rights advocates. Why you not?
Yeah.
I know everybody here also is a human rights, a women's rights advocate. So, and this project is towards eliminating of violence against women and girls. And then that evolve, that would be said, evolve. Ending violence against women and girls. Kill violence against in Nigeria. Good.
Ending violence against
women and girls. Evolve. Ending violence against women and girls. Okay. So the project Spotlight Initiative, Joint UN Spotlight Initiative response. The context-based, tailored, easy to read, SUV social accountability women's movement monitoring, meaning that the document is a context-based and it's so tailored towards addressing issues of gender-based violence. It's so much easy to read. Sexual accountability and women's movement monitoring. On what? On VOW. VOW means violence against women. Violence against women. And then sexual gender-based violence, STV. HPR.
practices.
Very good. I know you know it better than I am. And then the promotion of what? Sexual reproductive and what? Health rights. For who?
For women.
For women and girls in where? In where? In FCT Adamawa and Sokoto. No, we're talking about the project that RAPA is implementing. So these toolkits, Adamawa, Sokoto, and FCT, they are doing the same thing we are doing now. They too, they are there doing their own training of trainers. Are we clear about this?
Yes.
Good. Pre-test. Who and who? Everybody have done his own what?
Yes.
Pre-test. We've done the pre-test and submitted.
Yeah.
So we are not going to use Google. I know some people have poor and using IT. So we use hard copy, pre and post test. What's the objective of this training? Why are we here? Who can help me read this? Why are we here? I don't want to be doing it today.
Praise the Women Rights Organization and CF
to train them on these social accountability toolkits. Advocacy engagement. When you train them, they will also engage through advocacy and relevant dialogues. And there are also some opportunities that you find themselves in doing dialogue to achieve downward drilling, or to meaning to go down. Forget our word up. You are up now. We want you to reach down your members at the world and local government level by phase 2 partner, and you are the phase 2 partners because we are in phase 2. For what? For visibility and sustainability. I'm sure now, before you are engaged, did you know Spotlight very well? Did you know it? Some of you, but 90% of you doesn't know what Spotlight is all about. But now you know it, and your members know it. We want you to also use this social accountability toolkits to train your members at the community at downward level. Let them be aware. Let them have knowledge on how to use social accountability toolkit. It's nothing but to ask questions about what is supposed to, who is doing what. Are they doing it right? Or do they do it the way they are supposed to do it? Any question on this before I move? Okay. Okay.
So they refuse to take the baby to the hospital. They keep on giving the baby pap.
Okay. And water only.
So the baby is about to die. When I asked them, and the grandfather too is a rich man. So when I asked them what they say, he doesn't like going to the hospital unless what's going to the hospital. Then I said, okay, I'll take the blame on me. If he comes, just telling him the baby has fainted, this newborn baby. So me being a neighbor, I volunteered.
You rushed to pick.
So I took the baby to the emergency. Yes, the baby didn't pick what is about to lose life. She is very weak. We go to the unit from there. They rush collect the baby, put oxygen for her, put NG2 days. They use their own milling
to save
the baby. After the baby is counted, they sit with me, they talk to me. As they are talking to me, I talk to the mother. Then later I go to the market and meet the grandfather because he's the first delivery. I told him this is what his condition. He should not say that they have and they did not been answerable to his command. The baby is about to die asleep. SCB. Before the baby been discharged and I used to go and see from there. They continue taking
him to the hospital. Very good. So this is very good. Let's appreciate her. So
mother of children. She has never been to school, but she's a hard worker.
Good.
So if you have made it here and you want to make massa, you give her
the contract,
and you will pay her, out of which she uses the money to give her children something to eat, to buy wash soap, to buy whatever. Then all of a sudden, all of a sudden, the husband just said that he has stopped her from accepting contracts. Yes, to make massa for people. So after several attempts, the man did not agree. So I went there myself. I sent him a message that I want to see him. So he stayed. So we went and we were discussing. How is the family in I said, I sent my massa kaya to her to make massa for me. But she sent back the kaya that you have stopped her from making massa. Is it that she doesn't take care of the family when she has this contract? Or it is just that? So after much discussion and pushing and probing, I got to know that there was nothing she was doing wrong. Some men are simply wicked. No, she acts so that her children will eat. Yes, but the man is simply a slave master. I'm telling you, he stopped her from, but I kept on pushing. I said, if you are going to stop everybody, please don't stop me. Because I make massa on a weekly basis and definitely I cannot be close to that standard for long. So that was how I kept on begging, I kept on pushing, and he said, okay, so from now on, if you bring, if this people's house break, if that other house break, she can make. But other people from afar, I will not allow. So that was how she agreed. She agreed initially, but at the end, because he's now retired and has nothing to do, she will be the one to make the massa, get the money, and feed the family. That is what is slowly.
Yeah, it's normal.
Yes, it's normal. And then we had to also engage Masai from there. Yes, from the. Then, as we found out that what we were given was not what we were getting. If you give money for blocks, maybe 200 blocks, you find 150.
50 is missing.
Yes, 50 is missing. If you keep maybe 10 bags of cement, you find out that 1 or 2 is missing. we had to go back. We had to go back to sit down with the traditional ruler of the community, because you cannot say maybe he's not involved. You will not know, honestly. It was when we sat down with him, with all the people that are doing the work, that we found out where the money is going to. Community members, and we got to know where some of our things were going to. And honestly, the community leader, Magajin Mandela, intervened in such a way that from that time, and the building is completed. Presently, it's a nice center. You do Islamia there for women, and the skills acquisition women for women also. Some time back, that was where we want to do that program. Yes, that was where we went to Mandela in Shagari.
Okay, so let's appreciate someone. So that's good. This social accountability
for their life. So what she did was that talk and put them inside her house name or something, and she went and lied down in front of the house to see who would come in to harm them, even though they are from the different religions. So these are honestly women who will stand for the right, whether you are Muslim, Christian, you are a Jew, you are a non-believer. She did, as far as what she did was to serve humanity. That was what she did.
And
that was
what is written there. She was married at the age of 30.
Yes, little girl.
But openly advocate against child marriage. Because she was a victim.
Yes.
You get it? And she worked to also prevent
Child marriage.
Early child marriage. So we want you to please be like some of these women. You are the master trainers. So you are going to take it down to your members. Physical violence. What are the physical violence? Beating.
Punching.
Sexual violence. What are the sexual? Rape. Sodomy. Touching. There are some sexy words that are sexy. Gender-based violence cases. 7,349 cases of incidents reported from January 2020 to July 2022.
6 months, come on.
Yes.
Okay, 2022.
Yes.
26 months.
2 years. Is a plus. Global statistics. 1 in 10. Nigeria. Sexual and gender-based violence. More than 10,000 women suffer sexual and gender-based violence daily. Apprometer.org. More than 10,000 daily, 24 hours in Nigeria. Lokacin corona. 9 were victims of image gender mutilation as of 2012. We don't have that issue here in Sokoto. Nigeria has the high rate of African Human Rights Watch 2020, 78%. Wow. 7 in 10 number of Nigerian women in extreme poverty increased from 34,698 in 2016 to 43,718 in 2022. So the poverty rates among women is increasing, not decreasing. They have been denied to do the business. They have been denied to. It's something.
Yeah, so I think all of us that are here now will be able to step it down to another level. Inshallah. Those of us who are here can do it, and we will do it.
Thank you very much. I thought thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. I'm all local governments.
That's another question.
Our own local governments.
It didn't cover the, for example, in Sokoto, it didn't cover 23 local governments. It's only 6. Now we're moving to 9, no, 13. Remain 9, right? No, 14, remain 9. Remain 9.
So when they happen, for Sokoto State, it's just for this number of
LGA. But also we are receiving cases from all the 23 local government. Now, child marriage, for you are talking, where are you going to put more energy? On where the figure is high, to come down. Now, do you get it, Ko? Are you clear on this 36? Okay. Theory of change. God level. Achieve system-wide accountability structure for objective level is what? Strengthened CSO roles in negotiating, demanding ends to what? Violence against women and girls. Through what? Social accountability. That's what we are doing here. We are engaging you to negotiate, to demand. So you participated in the rapper social accountability meeting. They will even do it practically, and they are able to generate some knowledge during that time. Output level. Increase capacity of Spotlight Initiative CSOs for coalition building and social mobilization of citizens. Now, if you look at the way we are working at the TPP level, you see one weekend is working with the Form 1, Form 1 working with the 100 Women Group, 100 Women Group work with the SWAF 1. That is coalition building. Networking. You are working together. So tomorrow there's nothing that will come that you don't know who to talk to, help you do what.
Yes.
You see? Activity level. Social accountability toolkit designed for increased citizen engagement in monitoring and assessing government performance and budget utilization in the implementation of modest laws that speak to sexual and gender-based violence, sexual rights, sexual reproductive health rights, and then harmful practice. They are going to verify them. What stake do they have? Were they involved? So you see, you need to engage them as Jonah PW. Meet them. Ask questions. That is how we are supposed to work. We have Ministry of Commerce and Industry, because how we engage them very well to ensure. We have Ministry of Youth and Sport. Does the Frontiers work with them? So identify where your beneficiaries have a stake and engage them to ensure during their budget provision they cover your needs. Of constructive engagement. Constructive. Ku zo ku ce wala mun ja ga radio ma'aikatar noma an ce ma'aikatar World Bank sun ba mata miliyan 10 ina namu suke? No, aka muke wa. Do it constructively. Okay, mun review budget ɗinku na 2023. Mun ga babu budget line na mata ga noma gaba ɗaya. Can we have budget line for women farmers in the 2024 budget? She cannot. You didn't confront them, and you're saying the truth.
Yes.
It should be constructive engagement between citizen and what? government to checkmate the conduct and the performance of public officials, politicians, and service providers as they use public resources to deliver services, improve community welfare, and protect people's rights. When we did the social accountability training, some women went to police that how are you investigating gender-based violence cases? Simple question, but to bring a lot of issues. I'm coming. My Oga is not around. I can't talk to you. Oh, yes. Okay. I can't talk. You can't talk to me. Okay. When will you be able to talk to me? Don't say you must talk to me now. My Oga is not around. Okay. When will Oga come so that we can come and see him? Simple. You should not be in a hurry. So kawai abu ne wanda yake za ka shi a hankali, babu tsangwama, babu wani abu. Are we clear? Guys, it is the starting point for any CSO waiting to address it is accountability. Don't to go and be beating around the bush. Naje anchi, nagani ga Facebook. Wannan ba zai kai ko ina ba, in baka hankali kai a ruhe ka. Of course. Yesterday night, the governor went to the special hospital. He went to the special hospital. It's not done that way. So ensure you get fact. Aja, he went to the wards, talking to patients and the nurses. No, some not are. But you don't expect them, you don't expect him to come at that point.
This is what accountability
It's all about.
I'm saying the result.
Yes. So don't wait for hearsay. Go and see it by yourself. You are all grassroots women member organizations. You have members, you have target at the community. Ask for their needs. And then from that their needs, then you work towards engaging the people in charge from the government to ensure that needs are provided. Accountable government or governance relate to how decisions are made at an organizational level and how policy and strategy is formulated. So when you get the basics of what your people need, then look at how does the government take decision to address those needs. That is talking about when the core circular of budget is going around to the ministry department. For example, if you talk to the women and they said we need this our permanent health care to be renovated, for example, then you find out which ministry or agency that is solely with responsibility of renovating the health facility. Then you also understand who is the decision maker in that ministry when decisions are being taken. So you target those periods. Now, no matter how you want to engage government this time around, you cannot go and hold this government accountable for what the other government did. But you cannot hold Ahmed Ali accountable if you doesn't know his 9-point agenda. Do you get it? That's why you start. Okay, these women need health facility. Let me see. Okay, Ahmed Ali 9-point agenda. Okay, number 7, for example, is talking about health. That's the first point. Then wait and hear. Who is, then you also know which ministry is responsible for health. Is it general hospital you want to renovate, or primary health care? If it's general hospital, you know it's the Ministry of Health or Health Service Management Board. If it is primary health care, which agency? Primary health care development agency. You need to know this, because you will be going to Ministry of Health. You write letters plenty before you see the commissioner. When you see him after 4 months, he say, "Wallah, we're not the one in charge." You waste all your time. Do you get it? So you need to work to understand this, how decisions are being made, and which organizational level and how policy are being formulated. Don't go and attack your primary school teacher that he gets a salary 45 of the next month. What is the problem? He's all suffering. But go to the ES who enjoy the money. Go to Subeb. Do you get it? So don't target somebody who really have power to influence anything. And don't also target with the force, with the also showing that you have arrived. No, they will finish you. So the human and financial resources, how is being managed by the government? The previous government always mentioned that they are able to improve their what? Their IGR. So ask question, how are they? Of course, how is it being utilized? How much you collect, how much you spend, where and how. You are asking this question not because you want to know. You can tell them, we are asking this question is because we want to also tell citizens to pay more tax. So you are giving them an opportunity after this engagement. And then also you follow up the budget to ensure that the budget is allocated and is requested and approved by the governor and the fund released. There are different stages. Are we clear? And don't go and say this bottle water is 150 at Goberawa. Why will you buy that 200 naira? This is fraud. You should understand how government award contract also. Don't compare yourself with the government. You are not the same. Are we clear? Sure. Yeah? This one is talking about, you put gender lens into the everything you find yourself into. For example, now you are asked to provide service, or your organization is providing service to person with special needs, and in your ministry you don't have any person with a special needs. How do you know that their interest will be protected? To know they're protected, because you don't even know what they feel. It's like you are implementing a program on women and it's men that is taking decision on their behalf, implementing the program on their behalf, and you claim that you are he for she. How will you be he for she? So that's what you are saying. Put gender lens in wherever you find yourself. You are constructing borehole, and you say because children are playing with this borehole, you put steps about 6 or 7. How do you want women to climb and get the water and come down? Or children? Or you said this borehole will not open until 10 p.m. No. You think women can come and fetch that water easily and freely? They will not. Or you are constructing toilet in the community. You can construct for female in your open space. Will they use it? They will not. So put gender lens in everything you are doing. Or you construct the borehole or the toilet, you just come and label male, female. No, I put gender now. Will they use it? They will not use it. They all need to look spacious because they have special needs. They have different needs. So in anything, put gender lens. Then gender responsive budgeting. Gender budgeting involves what? Carrying out a gender-based assessment of budgets with the aim of achieving the goal of gender equality. Let's go back to what I discussed with you earlier, before the last slide. Put gender lens in each and every ministry and department's budget. I talked about the agric. The ministry agric provide budget line for women so that they can be empowered. That economic balance will be addressed if they are empowered. The Ministry of Health, for example, do they put provision for family planning in their budget? Do they have provision for renovating health facility, especially labor room, so that our women can deliver safely? So that's the gender lens we're talking about. Do they have even female staff? Asia, do you have female staff? Ministry for Religious Affairs. In case a woman wants to report her problem in that ministry, how will she do that? Who will she talk to?
Some problem are confidential.
Then you cannot talk to a man about it. So you see, can you see the gender lens I'm talking about? Yes. Exactly.
So they are taking there, but now they have moved.
But Asia, why is it daily? Why? That is it. The issues that you want to discuss, Asia, the agenda issues.
Gender issues.
Because they are not being trained. You bring somebody who lost the father, lost the mother, locked in a place. They are locked. Wallahi, if I have my way, I will demolish the children, the opponent. So that is how it's supposed to be. Clear? Community scorecard. So now come and have community go. This an effective community monitoring and planning process that look at what? Perception and performance of state service such as health, education, mother and child development, and water supply, among others. So this is area that community can monitor the implementation of and give scorecard. Yes. Do you have health facility? Yes. Renovated? Yes. You get service? Yes. People are saying the services? Yes. What are service? There are this, that. How many doctors? Number of doctors. How many nurses? No. Do they operate 24 hours? Yes or no? That's the scorecard. Do you have school? Yes. How many teachers? You mentioned. Functional school. All buildings need. Is it dilapidated? Mother and child development. Do you have ANC there? Does there people attend the ANC service? Can women deliver at the hospital? Do you have immunization there? Services? Does the women accept the services? Does the service provider always come to the work? Are they relating to the clients the way they are supposed to, or they are shouting on them? Or if women come to the labor, they will say, hey, when you enjoy yourself, we know. There are some that are doing that. Water supply. Do you have water supply? If you don't have water supply, why? Did you follow up? Did you follow to the community to ensure that, or to the government that are responsible? Do you work to the local government and ask? Did you visit and ask them about the water supply? Did you work with the wash committee? You know wash committee? Water and sanitation and hygiene committee under the WDC. So they are the committee that always support and they are always there to ensure the have water supply in their community across the state and non-state programs. Participatory budgeting, Shini. One. Not, I would just say, we can sit down, discuss and agree. And also make them part of. Okay, so this thing that you said is the one you need most. Thank God we are going to do it for you. But what is your contribution? They may say they will give labor, or when you finish, we are going to secure it. So that will make it participatory. You not allow it to be vandalized. But when you are even sleeping, when the contractor come, you say, ah, me okay. Wait, anchi that amuna makantani. Okay. No, when they do it tomorrow, if your roof is leaking, you go and remove one zinc from that school and come and roof your own house. That's what they normally do. Nobody will question because it's not participatory. Not ownership. Right to freedom of information. This act to make it public record and information more freely available, provide for public access to public records and information, protect public record and information. So this is, we don't have issue on this in Sokoto as far as I'm concerned. Sokoto budget is online. Sokoto contract awarded is online. Even money release is online. Even the, I think, midterm expenditure is also online. And they also, there is what they call, at the end of the year, they normally call us to tell us, this is the money we collect. This is what we spend, and this is why we spend it. But sometimes, anytime we go for that meeting, we end up going out without saying bye-bye. No, because we ask questions. Last year, when they are projecting the budget of 2021, they said the Ministry of Water Resources is part of the organization that provide them with the money. They get money from that ministry. But also, I saw the highest, they are not among the 6 or 7 ministries that got more allocation. Why? And you say you are getting money from them, and you're not taking care of them. How would they bring more money? One. Number two, meaning that people are paying the service that they are not enjoying. So at the end, I asked for explanation. Nobody's there. They say I will not understand. That I will not understand. Let's say yes, because you will not explain. So sometimes they really try. The so-called government really try in that area. You also look at all these programs.
Please don't differentiate citizen support cards and export cards.
This one you are looking at the health, education, social services, but this one is towards what? Gender, social, see, and discrimination. You get it now. So you put genderless to see what are the things that there, or what are they doing to ensure the end of discrimination and violence against women and girls. Does the Ministry of Women Affairs heart to heart? Oh no, somebody's printing is like with the implementation, you ensure you follow up, you are there to every step. And then development outcomes. What's the result? You can use it to also, it's like a cycle. You go to the end, what worked and what didn't work. You come back until you address it all. Tools that can be used to monitor policy priorities, underline budget proposal and allocation. Civil society intervention in the budget process stage and method through participatory budgeting. I already said it before, right? Formulation of alternative budgets. I also talked about budget review and analysis for gender responsive budgeting. We normally do budget review in Sokoto State. Anabad Onyoidama supposed to do was about us more. That's where we also suggest and what to do. Simplification and demystification of budget. Breaking down of the budget for layman to understand.
It's difficult for us.
It's difficult. If they give you budget document now, you need to trace which budget is for you. Actually, but then which one? They will tell you overhead. They will tell you code C0000 kaza. Did you know it? You don't know it. So it's deliberate. They don't want you to know. Yes. What are the social accountability mechanisms? It refers to broad range of actions and mechanisms that citizens, communities, independent media and civil society organizations use to hold public officials and public servants accountable. These are the needs. Citizens, communities, independent media, and then civil society organization. Social accountability principles. Information access, participation of citizen, action, time bound. Because action is time bound. If you are supposed to follow the process from the budget formulation, say next year. So all the actions are time bound. Protection of citizen. One and dwelling about and Sakaria. Citizen right to be heard. Collective platforms. How can community members demand through what? Advocacy. Use the gender social accountability tool such as gender analysis, community scorecard. Produce relevant, clear, and concise information about the eVALC. Okay. Issues in the community. Mobilize and create opportunity for community to meet, present their views, and prioritize issues, identified gaps. Engage power holder or duty bearers. Negotiate possible changes. When you engage, then you negotiate. We need borehole. They say we don't have money to build borehole, but we can build well for you. Okay.
So in our community, we identified the problem of water scarcity, and we needed that.
Mention your name,
okay,
your organization, and the group you are representing.
Okay. My name is Aishat Muhammad from Napisa Gurori Initiative. I'm from representing Group 1. We were able to identify the problem of water scarcity in our community. And after some consultations and their scale of preference, that is the most priority, the need most process in carrying out that project. We need to involve these people in the community, the stakeholders, the religious leaders, and some elders in the community, so that we will identify which site that particular project is going to be constructed, and also they will also sensitize their people about that project and the people coming to build that project for them. So number 2, in carrying out that project, we have to take consideration gender responsive budget. That is, that budget should be gender friendly. We should consider that women and children have some weakness, some lapses with regards maybe to height. So while building construction, we consider the availability of being accessible to women, children, and their other male counterparts, so that everybody will get equal access of this water supply. We need another tool, which is the monitoring public expenditure, that the fund release is being used for the right project and at the right site, and it also followed the right procedure. Then the social audit is also a mechanism which is used to make sure that that particular project really takes place there. It's being carried out in that particular community. And the next step is move to the community scorecard. It's also a mechanism which we use to assess maybe the quality or standard of that particular project. Is it built to the specified standard? Is the tank or pipe quality ones, and so on and so forth? And is the water supply maybe on a regular basis, and so on, so some the timing and the frequency? And the last tool is the participatory project, but I think it's supposed to come at the number 5, but because we followed it serially, this one is supposed to be the last tool, but because we followed it serially, this one comes last. So the participatory
problem we chose is lack of ramps to provide proper access to people with disability in public and government places. So the tools we chose are just 2. The first one is accountability, and the second is responsive budgeting. Anya, this is what we wrote. And the processes, I know yes. And the processes are: the first one, we advocate. If we find out that there are no ramps, for example, no rails where the PWDs can have access to public places, we go to advocate to these schools, to these government offices, and to other public places to see that ramps and rails are provided for easy access for the people with disability. If we still follow and see that it is included, then we'll also follow to make sure that timely release of funds to execute that project is also done. And we still go on to check throughout the construction and the provisions of the wills. If we find out that monies have been released and still they are not building this necessary, then we go back and do what? To make more advocacy to the right organization until the right thing is done. I think if we do that, what we need for the public can be provided. Thank you.
It's better to pick one and follow it. For example, in group 2, if you can say you want to advocate to them, so this is government, to provide all piece of education, to provide all public schools. It's easy and it's focused. But when you say all public buildings, even government can do it at the time. You do that. Or you can say you can target private schools, you can target public schools, you can target government offices. At least this is specific, and you have a particular responsibility is done to one particular agency than to say all. For example, in this office, yes, we have some, but we're trying to get also more. So the government cannot come and say we must do it. Even though the policy, and we have an agency that said that also that. But for you, it's difficult for you to target all places. But when you say school, public school, at least you have fixed and you have focused. And then also looking at the group one also their own presentation. We talked about the steps you follow, but also the issue of data, the issue of having information on time, responding on time is very key in monitoring all. And also using social accountability, you need to be well equipped, know what you are looking for, and know who you get it from. Who is responsible for what? Knowing them is very important, and that is easier for you at some point. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Now,